America, known as one of the most powerful countries in the world, a global giant with immense influence. Now imagine holding the position of the leader of such a nation. It's a life-changing role that reshapes your connections, decisions, and relationships forever. But what happens after that term ends? Sure, you leave the Oval Office, but you don't just leave behind the relationships, power, and influence. No, those continue, often behind closed doors, in private settings that most of us can only imagine. Today, we're not talking about the speeches, the debates, or even the policies. We're pulling back the curtain to take you inside the exclusive parties of America's former leaders. So, what's happening behind these velvet ropes? Who's attending these invite-only parties? Let's dive right in. Chapter 1. Richard Nixon. When it comes to secretive presidential gatherings, few were as notorious as Richard Nixon's private meetings at his Key Biscayne retreat. Nestled in the sunny seclusion of Florida, far from Washington's political chaos, Key Biscayne was more than just a tropical escape. This was Nixon's personal headquarters for scheming, planning, and hosting exclusive meetings with some of the most powerful figures in the world. Nixon's love for privacy was legendary, and his retreat reflected that. In fact, the U.S. Department of Defense even built a $400,000 helicopter landing pad on the property for his use, a move that raised eyebrows when he later sold the estate for a hefty profit. So, who joined Nixon for these private gatherings? Think of international heavyweights like German Chancellor Willy Brandt, with whom Nixon discussed pressing global matters behind closed doors, far away from the public eye. Although the setting might sound like a laid-back beachside paradise, these were far from casual get-togethers. Nixon's Key Biscayne meetings were serious, tense, and shrouded in secrecy. It's easy to imagine deals being made, controversies smoothed over, and the future of America being shaped in the most confidential of settings. It's a reminder that behind every leader, there's always a private world where real influence is quietly wielded. Chapter 2. George W. Bush. Now, if Nixon's Key Biscayne was all about secrecy, George W. Bush's Crawford Ranch in Texas had a different vibe altogether. Picture this: a 1,600-acre ranch, cowboy boots, pickup trucks, and a former president clearing brush while chatting with foreign dignitaries. But don't let the relaxed atmosphere fool you. This was a hub of informal diplomacy. Dubbed Bush's Western White House, the Crawford Ranch saw its share of high-stakes discussions. In 2002, for instance, Bush met with Saudi Crown Prince Abdullah. Under the scorching Texas sun, the two men held private talks on crucial issues, from the war on terror to U.S.-Saudi relations. While the image of Bush driving a pickup truck might bring a smile to your face, the conversations happening here were anything but light. Chapter 3. Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton's retreat of choice was the historic and secluded Camp David in Maryland. For Clinton, Camp David became more than just a quiet getaway. It was his refuge during one of the most turbulent periods of his presidency, the Monica Lewinsky scandal. As the media swarmed, Clinton found solace in the privacy of this iconic presidential retreat. Camp David has long been a place of political significance, hosting everything from international peace talks to personal moments of reflection. For Clinton, however, it served as a discreet location to huddle with trusted advisors, strategize, and navigate the political storms surrounding him. Unlike Nixon's or Bush's retreats, Clinton's gatherings were small and intimate, focused on crafting strategies to manage the challenges of his presidency. Chapter 4. Barack Obama. Now let's fast forward to a president who redefined cool, Barack Obama. Known for his charisma, grace under pressure, and easy charm, it's no surprise that his post-presidency life includes exclusive, simple gatherings. And where better to host such events than Martha's Vineyard? A place known for its mix of luxury, privacy, and sophistication, Martha's Vineyard has become Obama's go-to retreat. But make no mistake, while the vibes are casual, the guest list is anything but. Imagine a warm evening at beachside with Obama lounging casually, surrounded by political figures, Hollywood stars, and tech moguls like Oprah or Zuckerberg. Wine flows, laughter fills the air, and discussions range from casual jokes to serious global issues. Obama's gatherings at Martha's Vineyard aren't just political, they're cultural hubs, blending intellect and charm, where influencers from all fields come together to shape ideas. But if you thought Obama's post-presidency gatherings were just quiet dinners, think again. In 2021, Obama threw a birthday party for the ages. To celebrate his 60th, he hosted a star-studded bash at his Martha's Vineyard estate. Originally planned as a 500-person extravaganza, ended up with 200 guests due to COVID-19 concerns. The party was a blend of glamour and personal touches. From plant-based menus to signature cocktails, it was a celebration that felt both exclusive and thoughtful. Obama, always one for meaningful gestures, asked his guests to donate to youth-focused programs in lieu of gifts. It's hard to imagine Obama without a smile on his face as he danced the night away, cigars in hand, basking in the joy of the moment. And while the party was filled with some of the most famous faces on the planet, it was also a reminder that Obama, even after his presidency, remains a connector of people, a man who brings together the worlds of politics, culture, and entertainment in a way few others can. Chapter 5. Donald Trump. And then there's Donald Trump, a president who, even after leaving office, knows how to make a splash. Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate in Palm Beach, Florida, has become something of a fortress of influence. Think of it as the White House in exile, where the MAGA movement continues to thrive. One of the most talked about events was Trump's 2023 Halloween party. Guests arrived in extravagant costumes. But Trump? He made his entrance in his signature suit because, well, when you're the center of attention, why dress up? Melania Trump, making her first public appearance in months, stole the show, and the whole event was perfectly captured in a viral TikTok video. But it's not just about the parties. Mar-a-Lago is where Trump continues to shape his political legacy, hosting conservative organizations, donors, and allies. It's a place where influence and ambition collide, all under the gilded chandeliers of his luxurious estate. As Trump participates in this election and his campaign heats up, it seems his private parties are taking a brief pause. After all, even former presidents need a little downtime between rallies. But jokes apart, these gatherings hold deeper significance beyond the laughs and cocktails. They represent the complex web of relationships, connections, and dealings that former leaders can't easily cut off just because they've left office. While privacy may prevail, the influence certainly endures.